Hello everybody, I am Janet and welcome to Homestead Where You Are. Today I'm going to be participating in a collaboration. It's a Freezer Frenzy hashtag Freezer Meals 23 hosted by Ashley over at CNC Farms. Thank you for the invitation, I appreciate it so much. Mine might be a little bit different than what some of you guys do. I used to do the full, like if you were going to do, say, a chicken tortilla soup type thing, and you take one bag and you put your chicken breasts and your broth and your veggies and everything all in one bag. And then that way all you have to do when you're ready is throw it in the crock pot and you're good to go. What I'm finding now is, now that we are just a family of two, everything that I do like that is way too much food. So I have started doing mine just a little bit differently, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, so I have here a package of boneless pork chops, a package of regular pork chops, and then a package of chicken tenderloins. And I am going to make, I believe it is 7 meals out of this. I chopped up some onions so that I would have it ready. Now these are some mashed potatoes that I made yesterday, and then I divided them into serving size piles, whatever you want to call them. I have some linguine noodles. Anyway, then I took those mashed potatoes and I put them in the freezer and I froze them individually. That way they would already be in a frozen brick, as you could say, when I put them inside some of these freezer meals. Alright, so for this first one, I'm going to take some of these chicken tenderloins and I am going to cut them up into almost like a strip. I don't like mine too big for these types of meals anyway. Alright, now I'm going to put some fajita seasoning on this chicken. I'm going to take it out of the bowl so I can get it on there real good. Alright, so I'm going to put that in a baggie. And I have some stir-fry vegetables that I'm going to add. I normally would use fresh for this, but I have some things that I need to use up that have been in the freezer. So I'm going to use these up since they're going to be frozen anyway. This is a red wine vinaigrette that I'm going to use as the marinade. Put a little bit in there to coat everything really good. Close it up and get as much of the air out as I can. Then I'm going to make sure I rub that in there real good. And there we have a chicken fajita. Alright, put it down inside my sizzle mill baggie. And then when I'm finished, I will go ahead and seal all these up. Alright, now we're going to take this cube chicken, we're going to put it in a baggie. I'm going to put some broccoli and cauliflower in there. Now these pieces are kind of big, so I'm going to go ahead and chop them up just a little bit. Put them in there. Put a few more of those stir-fry vegetables in this baggie. Alright, and then I have a sun-dried tomato Alfredo sauce. This is pretty good. And I'm going to put it in these smaller snack size baggies. And you don't have to do this part. You could just leave the jar in your pantry or whatever. But I was trying to make this just the whole basically complete meal all in one. I'm going to put those in a separate baggie along with the linguine noodles. These were already frozen. This is always a little too thick anyway, so I'm going to add a little bit of water to it and shake it up in the jar so I can get every little bit out of it. All right, now I'm going to take one of the large food saver bags that I have. These were pre-made bags that I had gotten on clearance at Walmart. I don't usually buy them that way because you end up with a lot of wasted space, but they were very cheap, so I went ahead and picked them up. All right, so this will be a sun-dried tomato chicken Alfredo. Put both bags inside of here, and we'll seal it up all together. So we'll put these in the Ziploc bag. I'm going to add some of those chopped onions that I did, some lemon basil vinaigrette, and I'm going to put that in there as the marinade. And we're going to take some more of these linguine noodles and put them in a baggie, and this will be a pasta dish all in itself. Alright, there we have it, lemon basil chicken. Now these are just some regular pork chops. I'm going to leave these in the bag that they're in because there is only 2 pork chops there. Put those inside of the large bag. You know, I could have kept these things separate. I was going to need to vacuum seal the mashed potatoes either by themselves or something anyway so that they wouldn't get freezer burned. So I just decided I was going to go ahead and put them in with the meals they belong with, and just makes things a little easier for me. And then I know all I got to do is throw a vegetable with it and I've got a dinner. Alright, now we're going to pull out these boneless pork chops, and I need to see how many pieces are in here so that I know what I'm going to be doing. We're going to have a couple of these for dinner tonight as a shake and bake pork. So I'm going to take 2 pieces out for that, and then the rest of these kind of judge by the size. I put like the 2 biggest ones together and then the 3 smaller ones together, something like that. And I think I end up switching one of these out because I know I don't need one of the bigger pieces. But I'm going to put some garlic pepper seasoning on them. Yeah, this is where I switch one of them out. And put some of those onion in there. This one I'm going to use the red wine vinaigrette, just as a marinade. And put the rest of the onions in the second bag. And then that one I will add the lemon basil vinaigrette. And then I'm going to put some of the mashed potatoes in the bag with these. So it will be a meal where we can just add a vegetable. You have to remember, for me, this is more, it's not as much about convenience as it is about portion control and not wasting food. So I pride myself on being able to get my budget for my groceries down as low as I can. And that's kind of a moot point if I waste half the food. So And then I figure, you know, if I'm going to be separating them into individual meal-sized portions anyway, I might as well put some marinades or some flavors or something in with them to make it all that much better, and in some cases make it much more convenient. All right, so now we're just going to vacuum seal each of these packages. And I notice these bags are way bigger than I needed, but I'm going to seal them at the very, very top, because since I am putting each of the ingredients in separate bags, a lot of times these can be reused, the bigger one. So I'll seal it at the very, very top to give it plenty of room so it can be sealed again if I put something else in the same bag. Okay, so now you'll see what I meant. I have to separate everything into exactly enough for us to have for one meal for two people, because neither one of us really eat that much. So I found it easier to make a large batch of mashed potatoes and freeze serving size portions and do it that way. Same thing with the meats. A lot of the vegetables and stuff I figure I can add. You know, those are easy to do when you prepare the meal in some cases. So those are not always included in the freezer meal part of it. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so you'll know when new videos are posted. Make sure you go over to CNC Farm and check out the playlist for #FreezerMeals23 and check out all the amazing videos being put out this month. And make sure you comment on each of the videos. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you on the next one.